Hey, good morning, Choice Residential. Hope your day is off to a great start. Today, I want to talk a little bit about offering advice to your clients. First of all, it is okay to offer advice. Sometimes I'll hear from agents and they'll say, well, I don't want to tell them what to do, but that's what they're hiring you for. In fact, when I hire a professional and that professional kind of beats around the bush, when what I want them to do is tell me what to do based on their experience, based on their professional advice, that's why I hired you to tell me what to do in this situation that you're supposed to be an expert in. That's what I want as a consumer for me personally. I don't want them to just beat around the bush and say, well, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this. Well, of course, I know I could do all of those things. What I hired you to do is tell me what the best thing for me to do is, right? That's what I want out of a professional. And so that's what I was going to give to my client. So be empowered by the fact that you've been hired to be in a position of power and a position of not power, that's the wrong word, a position of authority, right? You are an authority on the real estate process, the real estate market, the real estate transactions. And so the consumers, your clients, they are coming to you seeking advice. They want your input and advice. Now, you need to be able to read the room, right? Read your client. Understand that some of them are going to enter the transaction expecting to have complete control. And you're there just more to provide some opinions along the way, but they don't really need you stepping in and offering them that rigid, firm advice. They just want you to give them some factual information, a little bit about from your experience. They're going to make the decisions. But overwhelmingly, most of your clients throughout the course of your career are really going to depend on that advice that you're providing to them. So don't only provide, well, you could do this, you could do that. Now, don't get me wrong, you definitely want to provide the options because we need to create informed clients that can make decisions that are what's best for them because we aren't them, okay? But we do want to use our expertise that in addition to providing what the different options are, we're explaining the pros and the cons and explaining what probably is the best decision for them. In fact, the script that I used to use with my clients, I would use it early in the transaction with both buyers and sellers. And I would say, listen, the way I offer advice to my clients, and one of the things that my clients appreciate the most about me is that I'm always going to offer you advice as though I was advising my own mother. I'm always going to explain the options and then give you my advice on what the best path forward for you is. It may or may not be what you want to hear, but it's always going to be what I think is best for you given all of the circumstances that we're facing. And so you can use a script similar to that so that you can convey, hey, you hired me to give you advice, to be your professional guide through this transaction. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I say all that to say this. Don't be afraid to offer advice, but make sure you're doing your job to stay updated on market trends, what's going on in the marketplace. Make sure you're updated and you understand the contracts and the options that you're providing to the client so that you can help them make the right decisions. But don't be afraid to offer advice. That's what you've been hired for. So if you have thoughts about that, other scripts that you like to use or questions you have, feel free to put them in the comments below. And as always, I'm just a phone call away if you need anything. Take care.